downtown Phoenix on a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. A look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Suns, inside, Saric and Baines. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the small forward. Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Now here's Booker. Rubio, the pass to Baines. Embiid with the steal. Here's Simmons, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
Richardson against Booker. That one misses. Good work defensively by Horford. Now the 76ers with it. Here's Harris. And the shot goes in.
Well, throughout Harris's career, he has worked on building up his body, putting that added strength to good use on these tough finishes.
Rubio taking his time here. Pass to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Suns still looking like they're getting going here. 7-point differential. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Yeah, should be a fun game to watch. I mean, 2 teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight.
Now Simmons, after the missed 3 from Rubio. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. 17-foot shot on the way. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
But they've come out the locker room. Hizza! 4 for 4 to start the night.
Back to Rubio. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
And they can breathe a little easier on their 4th shot. They finally hit the target.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Rubio against Simmons. Harris inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
And the first one drops. Chris, one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
Chris, you played only 2 seasons with Golden State, your first and your last. What was it like ending your career where you started?
Well, I tell you what, that's the reason why I went back to Golden State was to retire there. I only played 9 games my last season, but I felt like it was a full circle. It was completion. Being in front of those fans that gave me so much energy there at Oracle Arena, the ones that showed me so much love as a rookie. I mean, I couldn't even, my goatee didn't even connect in. I couldn't even grow hair on my face then. And to come back as an old man my last year, it was a blessing to see those same faces of people who supported me.
By the way, that is a sweet goatee you're wearing tonight. I just want to tell you.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
6 on the shot clock. The drive by Booker. Over Simmons. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be passing up.
Simmons passes to Horford. Over Booker. Cans the 12-footer.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Now here's Saric. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. There's the triple. And there's Booker on the assist by Saric.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, I mean, a surprising victory. Looking like they'd go away easily, but boy, did they come on strong in the fourth. Big-time momentum just carrying them all the way for the win. Exciting basketball.
Now, here's Rubio. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up
good on the triple. And it's 6 points for Devin Booker.
There's no reason you should leave someone open around Sark. I mean, that's just asking for trouble.
Richardson outside. Here's Simmons. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Saric outside. Tipped away. Simmons with it. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
While he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
And here are the Suns now. 76ers getting the bucket. Rubio against Simmons. Saric has the open look. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Rubio against Simmons. Baines dishes to Booker. Oubre on the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. No good with the triple.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
That free throw missing. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
And he's good on the second.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling him up.
Now here's Booker. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Simmons against Rubio. And again, it's the Suns missing. And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star, an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Phoenix making some changes. Diallo, he's checked in for Saric. Johnson comes in for Booker. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And the 76ers also making a change. Scott's checked in. Now here's Johnson. 9 points last game out. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Here's Carter. And the Suns miss again.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Now here's Johnson. Looking to end the run, and it's good, 2 points. Now Richardson. Pass to Simmons. Over Carter. Here's Embiid over Diallo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Such a force of nature inside. I love how hard Embiid goes to pick up these fouls.
And you look at Joel Embiid, maybe the best two-way big man, Chris, in the NBA today. If there's anything he needs to work on, what would that be?
Well, I still think that there's room for growth as far as his playmaking. I mean, Kevin, he's going to command double teams on a nightly basis. So it's all about taking advantage of the defense for sending that extra man.
First free throw is good. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago, they looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Barmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
And it's the 76ers with the ball after Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. Here's Korkmaz. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland. Simmons finds Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
Now here's Johnson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
There isn't much this fella can't do, and just to prove it, he goes to the finger.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. He kicks it to Ennis. And there's the pass to Embiid. Here's Korkmaz. Johnson with the block. And they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Passes to Bridges. Now here's Kaminsky. 14 points from him the last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And here is Bridges. 6 to shoot. Carter inside the three-point line. Rebound by the 76ers.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Johnson, that's for 2. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Here's Korkmaz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Embiid. It's good, the assist that time for Menace. And the 76ers lead by 18.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
What's the screen? Simmons against Carter. Johnson surveying the floor. Bridges, no one around him. Offline with his 3. So for Phoenix, their last game a win against the Grizzlies. And Embiid throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Pass to Johnson. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bridges with the steal. Fast break, here come the Suns. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
Well, you know, Greg, this is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
Simmons. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's a tricky player. He's so difficult to guard. Simmons excels at going with the floater at the right time.
Johnson from outside sinks the triple. Johnson's got 9 points. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. 76ers lead by 17. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit, he adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Scott is out there with Ennis. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Thibault in at the 2-guard spot. The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
He misses the free throw. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. The best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody. Move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Here's Thibault after the Suns pick up 2. Clock at 6. Tries a 3. They shoot again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Kevin, and there's no question. When Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, Kevin, and think about this. The Sixers last season took the Raptors to 7 games in the Eastern semis. That buzzer-beating series-ending fall-away jumper 4 times bouncing on the rim by Kawhi. Philly hoping to go further this time.
Oubre is checked in for Phoenix. And he can't hit the second. And for the Sixers, 2 consecutive seasons, Chris, getting knocked out in the second round. How did they get over the hump?
Well, Kevin, first you want to start with health. And then after, can your guys stay healthy? How about the chemistry? The East is wide open. They have the talent to beat anybody.
Here's Thibault. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And they double up Simmons. Kicks to Embiid. The 3. And the 76ers get it back. Suns trail by 16. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Oubre. Now Kaminsky. Guarded by Simmons. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now the pass to Ennis. And stolen by Diallo. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
Sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And here are the 76ers now. Following the score by Phoenix.
Playing to his strengths on the offensive end. Simmons, I mean, an added bonus whenever he catches fire.
Now here is Carter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. In the corner, Simmons with it. Oubre with the steal. He dishes it to Carter. Passes it to Diallo. He kicks it to Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. Bridges inside the three-point line. No good with the wing jumper. Here's Thibault. Covered by Oubre. Simmons inside. Carter on him. No good from Simmons. Suns trail by 14. To the left side wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Embiid.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools
for a young player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the toughest perimeter player. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders on the team.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Sharge comes in for Shaq Diallo. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Simmons against Rubio, and slam dunk by Harris.
Great feed. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
Booker looking around. Rubio with it. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Horford. Booker against Richardson. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
That's good from Horford. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him Average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Harris. And the shot goes down. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Booker. Shoots from the elbow. That's good on the jump shot. Booker's got 8 points.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between there.
Horford the pass to Simmons. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nasty. Woo. How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Rubio finds Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Rubio outside. Goes up on the wing. The shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
For Philadelphia, they have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
One shot.
That's good from Harris. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll. Taking a look here at the numbers for Devin Booker. Last season, he played outstanding, putting in about 26 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Well, I like how hard he crashes the glass. Simmons knows he has the size and timing to keep possessions alive.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
One shot.
That's good from Simmons.
I mean, what you can appreciate about Simmons is his all-around game. I mean, he can score, he can pass, I mean, he can rebound, and he does it all at an efficient rate.
Now, here's Rubio.
I got your help. Shoot it.
Kicks to Bridges. Saric outside. Pass to Booker. They need this, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Richardson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision making.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker. And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Philadelphia. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Simmons dishes to Horford. It's hauled in by the Suns. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And you gotta love a team that can maintain its composure on the road, take good shots, and knock them down with confidence.
Yeah, not getting overwhelmed is important. Poise is something that you need to have in order to win on the road.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Now, here's Bridges. He had 10 points in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor. And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Harris against Saric. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Saric.
Harris is so quick on the drive. Sometimes defenders have to foul him and just hope he misses the shot.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, he was the 19th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. I mean, Harris entered the league after a quality year as a Tennessee Volunteer.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Harris drops them both.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
The 76ers leading by 22. Now Simmons, 20 points for him, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Phoenix.
Oh, look, he's almost 7 feet tall. Simmons is a tough guard. I mean, you got to be careful not to get too physical.
2 shots.
That's good from Simmons. Good on both. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Web, excellent.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Fourth, the Suns.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Booker outside. Back to Rubio. Here's Johnson. He's got 9. Booker outside. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Booker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He keeps working on the three-point line. I mean, that's his 3rd triple of the game, 1st in the quarter.
Here's Harris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Hey, watch Ricky, watch Ricky.
Saric outside.
Come around. Screen.
And the pass to Booker. Takes the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Check Simmons.
Simmons against Rubio. Here's Harris. It's deflected.
What timing on the rejection. Sorry, not just accomplished on offense, but a remarkable defender as well.
Rubio against Simmons. Rubio outside. Shoots. Doesn't go that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Pass to Korkmaz. To the wing on the left. Here's Horford. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Horford's got 6.
Well, what you get with Horford is a guy who reads defense as well. I mean, he takes what's there.
Richardson against Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned,
Take a break.
top 10 in assists. Just does a great
shots.
job of getting everyone involved. Free throw good, Booker.
Well, finally, he's getting himself to the line. He's gotten much more aggressive as the game is going on.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Kelly Oubre comes in for Ricky Rubio. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Mike Scott's checked in for Ben Simmons. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. Here's Korkmaz. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Sheck Diallo. He's checked in for Phoenix. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Booker outside. And the Suns miss again. The 76ers leading by 22. Now here's Richardson. 17 points for him last game against Portland.
Yeah, man, as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Harris kicks to Korkmaz. Pass to Richardson. And here is Scott. Pass to Korkmaz.
Watch the screen.
Shot clock at 5.
Watch the pick.
From deep. That's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Phoenix making a change here. Carter's checked in. Ennis, he's checked in for the 76ers. Well, Phoenix shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. And here's Oubre. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis. That one goes. Count it. The 76ers leading by 20. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Richardson finds Horford. To the paint. Here's Ennis. And Ennis slams it in.
I mean, he does things that other bigs simply can't. Horford, a phenomenal passer for his position.
Booker outside. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. 76ers on top, delivering the blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. That's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
With everything Ben Simmons gives you, the scoring is gravy. But in the first half, he was aggressive with his offense, getting his shots to go down. A welcome sight for this team.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, there's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. Getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Inside, Saric and Baines. And it's Oubre in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Phoenix on defense. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Booker. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harris. Baines with the block, and he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Suns shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Booker. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number 3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
And the dunk by Booker.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Richardson kicks to Horford. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Richardson attacking. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8. And the NBA veteran Luc Baamute hosts a camp every summer in Cameroon. Embiid basically was forced to attend it. And the rest, Chris, is history.
Yeah, 16 years old, Kevin. He moved to the U.S. He didn't speak English. He was getting teased and bullied. They laughed him out the gym. And that's when his competitive nature took over and carried him to greatness. Hope he's laughing now.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
A nice shot by Booker. And so here is Philadelphia. Feeds it to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Inside, here's Baines. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Rubio against Simmons. The pass to Embiid, just 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. Baines with the block, and he's able to get it back. Kept alive, and Embiid gets it to go. Embiid's got 11.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Passes it to Baines. There's the dish to Saric. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And we talk about ball distribution. Simmons is a terrific floor general, as he proves once again.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Saric passes to Rubio. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Booker against Horford. 5 to shoot. Here's Rubio. Trains the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
He can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
Here's Thibault. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That shot off. Some solid defense from Saric. Booker outside. Saric trying to break free. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 22 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside, Simmons tips it.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. Dishes it to Baines. Back to Booker and stolen by Horford. Booker against Harris. Pass to Thibault. Embiid with it. 11 points in the game. Here's Thibault. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid inside. Covered by Oubre. Embiid, no good. Here's Booker. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 24. The 76ers leading by 23. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Now the pass to Thibault. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Bridges, he's checked in for Dario Saric. Here's Thibault, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Devin Booker.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for the Suns. And so he hits both. Now Rubio. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Oubre. To the inside. And there's Booker on the assist by Oubre. That's now 26 points for Devin Booker.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Simmons passes to Thibault. On the wing, Harris. 6 to shoot. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
It's been absolutely amazing to watch Harris mature. I mean, physically, he can handle the pounding.
Now, here's Rubio. Kaminsky finds Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Adding to his 3-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Phoenix making some changes. Sheck Diallo, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. Tyler Johnson comes in for Booker. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. James Ennis, he'll check in for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Ben Simmons. Here's Korkmaz. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Harris. And he overshot that one, missing. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Down low, Kaminsky. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Now look, guys try to get physical with Kaminsky, but he has the body control and focus to finish through the contact.
Pass to Thibault. Back to Harris. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And here's Diallo. For 3, Bridges. It's not going to go for him. The 76ers leading by 22. Here's Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, when Harris is down deep, he is exceptional at being physical. Really puts defenders in a tough spot.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
The first one falls. Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. And Harris drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Johnson up top. 9 points in the game so far. Misses from close range. For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Here is Carter. Philadelphia able to drain the 3, and the Suns call time here. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going. Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game. Here's a look at some stats for Bridges, how he performed last season. Last season, he averaged 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
Now here is Carter. The pass to Bridges. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Sinks that one from the post. Kaminsky's got his second basket of the night.
Such an advantage for Kaminsky. He can finish inside with either hand.
Here's Thibault. He's got 5. Korkmaz passes to Harris. Over Diallo. That one wide left. Phoenix has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And it's Carter missing. The 76ers shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Scott, good. Scott's got his first bucket in this one.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Johnson. 9 points in the game so far. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. The 76ers making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And he sinks the second. Carter with it. Passes to Kaminsky. Now Bridges. Now Johnson. Carter outside. To the middle. Here's Kaminsky. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Frank Kaminsky.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
The Suns have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. No good on the second free throw. The 76ers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. To the paint, here's Scott, and it's blocked.
And despite the short wingspan for a big man, Kaminsky with the height and timing to still block shots.
Richardson for 3. Carter pulls it in.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Richardson against Carter. Richardson dishes to Harris.
I got your help.
Pass to Korkmaz. Shot clock at 5. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight.
And it's not difficult to see the potential that Harris has. I mean, he's a guy that can do just about everything out there on the floor.
Now here's Diallo. Here's Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Harris. The Suns have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. So he gets them both. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Carter against Richardson. Pass to Ennis. Beyond the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. Johnson outside. From deep, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. 76ers on top, running away with it. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Korkmaz is out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Ennis. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Scott in at the 5 spot. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
And Phoenix making a change here. Baines is checked in. So Johnson hits 2 of them. Philadelphia leading by 22. There's the pass to Korkmaz. Richardson against Carter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
Oubre's checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Johnson. The 76ers also with a sub. Horford's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
This last season, the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have. And they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was.
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, some I really, really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company. Actually, so no, I think they've done a great job. Kind of just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Horford. Zaire Smith comes in for Korkmaz, and it's Burke in for Richardson. Burke finds Scott. Burke looking over the floor. And that one is off. And Phoenix the other way now. Passes it to Okobo. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Here's Smith. Nails the baby hook. Smith's got his first 2 points. The Suns shooting 41% for the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Johnson, the pass to Okobo. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Okobo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Smith outside. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Josh Richardson comes in for Smith, and Simmons subbed in for Trey Burke. Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Oubre on the wing. Over Simmons. Oubre can't get it to go. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Šarić. From the high post, he drills it. Šarić has got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, you can't let Šarić get comfortable shooting from mid-range. I mean, once this happens, it's a wrap.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And it's Simmons penetrating. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Pure determination here, guys. A 4th quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Here's Richardson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
He hits both from the stripe. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the efficient technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Suns trail by 20. Now here's Booker. He kicks to Rubio. 5 on the clock from about 19 feet, and the jumper is good.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Here's Thibault after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Thibault. Here's Embiid. Another shot. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. And it's Saric. That time on the assist by Booker. 6 points for Dario Saric.
That's just sheer will. I mean, even when you body Saric, he stays after it and tries to score.
Simmons doesn't go for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. Oubre outside. Kicks it to Rubio. Pass to Baines. Down low. Here's Booker. Over Richardson. No good from Booker.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn you.
Poked away. Oubre with the steal. And it's blocked. Rubio outside. And here's Booker. Pass to Baines. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in.
Mike, whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a poster.
Rubio, the pass to Saric. He kicks it to Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. He cannot get his shots to drop.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
That's tipped and stolen by Richardson. And there's the pass to Simmons. That one falls. Simmons got 28.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Rubio finds Saric. Harris against Oubre. Pass to Rubio. Launches it. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And now he's starting to do good work beyond the arc. He had a dry first half, but now they're falling.
Now here's Simmons. Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. That was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed.
Take a break.
The long
Take a break.
arms. He can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love him.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Here's Oubre after Ben Simmons' bucket. Back to Saric. This one for three. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Harris dishes to Simmons. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 6 assists in the game.
Oh, with tremendous strength. I mean, Simmons is a rock-solid scoring option around the rim.
Saric outside. Kicks it to Rubio. Shot clock at 6 from 12 feet out. Baines, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're not getting the same number of second chance opportunities that they did in the first half. Getting outworked here on the glass.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
First of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my God. This would be great. Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Booker. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Harris. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harris has got 12 points in just the second half.
And Harris is so good at remaining active on both ends of the court, never making anything easy for the opposition, which in turn results in a lot of steals.
Now here's Saric. Oubre outside. Kicks it out to Booker. 4 on the clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Booker's got 32 points in the game.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, yeah, Greg, you see more teams doing this nowadays. We all are firmly entrenched in the era of the 3-ball.
Rubio against Simmons. The pass to Horford. Over Kaminsky. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Philadelphia.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Ben Simmons.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
First one falls for him. And the 76ers with some changes. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Zaire Smith comes in for Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Ben Simmons. And Harris drops them both. And it's Okobo with the ball for Phoenix. Passes it to Diallo. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, you can't be careless around Horford. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Just 5 to shoot. Smith inside. The layup off target. Phoenix with the ball. Here's Diallo. Some solid defense from Harris.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Kaminsky. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Al. You guys do it as a 5-man unit on the floor. How did you come together for this win?
Just taking good shots on offense, trying to, getting stops on defense. We challenged every shot. We just played hard tonight.
Great effort and a big win, Al. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.